Hello everybody, my name's Davin. I hope you've all been keeping well. In today's video, I'm going to give you an update on the birds and how we've been getting on. Give you a little tour around the cages inside and flights outside, and just basically just give you an update on everything what's been happening. Um, with the Siberian Bullfinches, unfortunately the cockbird he died. About 3 or 4 days ago now. I got a new hen. I seen a hen on Facebook, fairly cheap, so it was only down the road from me. Went and picked it up, put it in one of the cages, treated it for mite and stuff like that, coccidioidosis and all that stuff with S76. Went out to the cockbird the day after, and he was on the floor. That was the Siberians that had built up that nest. Still got the hen. So what I've done is I went on Facebook. I managed to get another cockbird off one of the groups, which wasn't too far away. I've got the new hen in the flight with the new cockbird, and hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll breed. I ain't introduced the nesting pan yet. I'll take you out there and show you what I've done. I just want them to bond and pair. The Theos that I had in the cages that turned out to be two hens, I rehomed them. In their cage that I had, I got some bullfinches, some Siberian bullfinches from Cambridge. Over in the other cages in the corner, I've got a Siskins that I got off a friend of mine that was really in bad condition. He was ill. The bloke who I got him off is a good friend of mine. He don't breed anymore. He just buys birds in to sell them. He phoned me up. He said I bought a load of birds in. He said I got the Siskins, so he gave them to me. I gave him some Guardian Angel. I'll just show you that. I gave him some of this. I brought him in the house. Covered him over. Just left him. Just kept checking on him, making sure he was all right. And now you'd never tell he was ill. He's a fantastic bird. He's flying about. He's fit. He's chasing the hens. He's really nice bird. So we'll take a look at him. We've had some hens lay some eggs, and some eggs ain't hatched, and we've had some hens lay eggs, and some hens have hatched the eggs, which is a good thing. We'll have a look at some of the birds that I bred, some that was in the nest that you would have seen as little chicks. The red poles outside, the hen was on some eggs. I didn't check if they was fertile or not. I was out. My missus, she went into the birds. She said the red pole was flying around. The eggs was all on the floor because the nesting man's on the outside, and all the eggs had broke. So that's life, you know. So I just left them. I put the nest site back in. The hen's not really showing any signs of building. So I'm just going to give them a bit of time, and hopefully they'll do well. But yeah, I'll show you the birds. We've got an egg actually pipping out at the minute. We've got some chicks in some nesters. We've got some hens and pairs not doing anything. But the Siberian Bullfinches that I got them from Cambridge Bird Sale. They're showing really good signs. The cockbird's like displaying to the hen, wagging his tail and calling her and picking up nesting material. And today I was looking on the little camera I got behind me. I seen the hen making a nest. I've got a nest site in there with a nest pan, and I've seen the hen making a nest in the corner of the cage just below the drinker. I will show you. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to cut the video. I'm going to give you a little tour of the birds, and we're going to see how everything's been getting on, and yeah. So let's do that. So with these yellow canaries here, they've got a nest of eggs. I did check the eggs to see if they were fertile. I'm no expert, so I put them under my torch and it looked like one of the eggs was fertile. So I've just left them in there since that, and hoping that one of the chicks is going to hatch. And then I look today, and it looks like one of the eggs is pipping out just there. So that's a good thing. So fingers crossed that chick will make it out. We'll have a baby again off these. And yeah, that's a good sign. This pair up here, fingers crossed, we got some full eggs. She's on another nest. We got one chick off them, which is just here, doing well. Made it on the perch, soon to be moved. Just ain't seen it eating on its own yet, so I've just left it in there, and fingers crossed it'll be all right. For anybody that's wondering why is all this on here as well, on the corner after cages, what I do is I put Vaseline all around the corners of the cages to stop the mite. Same on all the ends of the perches. I need to redo the perches, but I put Vaseline on there to keep the mite away. This is the Siskin. I got him in with the new colour canary. I did put one of the cocks in from a different pair because I lost the cock to her, so I put one of the other cocks in there, and she had a nest, and all the chicks had hatched, and I thought, yeah, good sign. And unfortunately, they was just all come in one day, all stone cold, and yeah, she just must have didn't sit on them, and they died. But I don't know what the reason could be to that. But hopefully, now I've got her in with the Siskin, hopefully I can breed some mules. There's a little Siskin. He was basically gone. He was no movement in him, no life, and he's a lovely little bird. And then at the top, I've got another hen. I did have the Siskin in with her. I took the nest pan out because she was sitting on some eggs, but they was all not fertile, so I've took him out. He's been in with her now for about a week, and yeah, when she builds up and starts laying, I'll put him back up there, because watching some of the videos, the Siskins can be a pain, so to the end, so I'm going to take him out. At the bottom here, with these new colour canaries, these have been my best pair of my new colour canaries. The hen is second to none. She's hatched chicks that I've got in the other cage eating on her own, and now she's got a nest of 3 in there, which is doing absolutely fantastic. Then above that, I've got the goldfinch Mosaic, I think you call it Mosaic. They're not really doing anything. We've got some grass in there. I got a bit of all sorts of different nesting material. On one of my comments, somebody said that did I not have a nest liner in with the goldfinch, which I had forgot to put in, so now I've got one in, so thank you for that comment. Then above, we've got some more canaries, which she has some eggs in there. Well, one egg there, and yeah, she was on eggs. I took them out. She was sitting on them for ages. I did candle them with my phone torch, and yeah, and looked like they was all empty, so I took them out, and hopefully she hatches some this time round. Just above that is the Siberian Bullfinches. You can see the nest site that I put in there at the top. I put some cover around it, just put the nest pan in there, and yeah, I've had these now for around about a week, I think, maybe 2 weeks. But yeah, they're showing really good signs. They're good conditioned birds. They're fit, you know. The cockbird is absolutely fantastic. I've got a video I'll upload. He was singing to the end with nesting material on his mouth. Lovely thing to see. With the canaries, I've got these here little oval dishes I've seed from. With the bullfinches, I've read up that they'll just eat as much as you give them, so I don't want them to get too fat, so I've got their seed in this little D cup, so it's just enough. And then I've got some egg food that I mixed up myself. I'll show you what I put in that, and I'll show you how it is. And yeah, they love the egg food mix. Let me get my box, and then we can have a look at the nest that the hen's building. Just here, look, in the corner. Yeah. So yeah, so that's a good sign from these. There's one of the little chicks at the bottom, just jumped out of the nest just now, look. Just now, while we're on the camera. So yeah, over to the right, I got some more Mosaic Canaries. These are doing absolutely nothing. The hen had a nest in the corner that I had the greenfinch egg under. The greenfinch egg wasn't fertile. They keep building there, then they'll put nesting material in there. I know I ain't got a nest liner in there, but every time I put a nest liner in there, they rip it out. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the nest pan out. I'm just going to hang it on the front, give them a couple of weeks, and then just try them again. At the top we got the Razo Canaries. They're doing absolutely smashing. I got some babies under her at the minute. She's got some chicks in there. She's a really good hen. Just there like that, and yeah. I come in one day, the little white chick that I had, come in, all the feathers on his back was completely plucked off. I rung my friend up. I said, why would she do it? He said, have you got nesting material in there? And at that point, that was when I had the little terracotta pot in the corner and put the chicks in there. And he said, have you got nesting material in there? I said, no. He said, put some nesting material in there. She's pulling the feathers off the chick to make the nest. So make sure that you've got nesting material in with them, so that this don't happen, because the little white chick was my favourite one that I bred so far, and it didn't make it. It died as well. But at the top here, these are all the chicks that I bred so far for my first season, so I'm really happy with them. I got some new colour canaries in there. I've got the yellow one from the yellow pair down there. I've got a Raza in there. I've got a selection, so I'm very happy with what I've got. You know, like, even if I would have bred just one bird, I would have been happy. Over this side we've got some more new colour canaries. She's on 2 chicks at the minute, which is fantastic. So hopefully they make it out and do well. Then just below I've got some more Raza Canaries. They're doing absolutely nothing. I've took the nesting pan out, I've hung it on the outside. I don't know what's up with them, so I'm just going to leave them same with these. What I'm going to do with these is leave them for a couple of weeks, maybe a couple of weeks, and reintroduce it and see how to get on. Below them is the other new colour canaries. These have got one baby, I think, in here. She's got one young yet, just in there, look, which is brilliant. So hopefully that makes it out, and we can get it in there and get it for a molt, and fingers crossed it'll do well. Then below I've got the Siberian Bullfinch, what was in the flight outside, and she. So what I've been giving them for the egg food, I've been giving them some egg food mix. I've been giving them some crushed up mealworm. I've been getting the mealworm, crushing them up, mixing them in with the egg food. Some pearly morbide mixed in with all that. Some canary seed in with that. They've been getting some sunflower hearts mixed in with all that. Some calcium powder. Pearly morbide, I don't know if I just said that. and the egg food's got shrimp in it, so they've been getting some shrimp in with that. They've been getting a bit of all sorts in the egg food. I'll spin the camera around and let you have a look at the egg food I've been giving them, and they kill it. They love it. As soon as I put it in there, dive straight on the egg food mix, and they love it. So I'll spin the camera and we'll have a look. So here it is. This is what it looks like. I forgot to mention that I put some soak seed in it as well. They love the mix. It's lovely. It don't take too long to do. By the time the pearly morbide makes, it's basically done. But yeah, that's my mix of egg food. So, as I mentioned, we've had the disaster with the goldfinch cock. The red poles are here, they're doing nothing. The new pair's in, so fingers crossed for them, hopefully they do well. But the green finches are sitting on one egg, which I don't think is fair at all. I ain't bothered, I ain't messed about with them, I've just left them to it. I will need to check. The bullfinches down the end, they don't seem to be doing much. But again, I don't really bother with them. I just give them the food, give them the water, check on them to make sure they're all alright, and just leave them do it. What I'm going to do, I'm going to show you the goldfinches, the new pair. Don't know if you can see them in the background of the video at the minute. Then I'll show you the green finches, and then we'll have a look at the red poles. Then we'll go out to the other shed and find out who's the winner of the book. So this is the new pair of the goldfinches. The hen is a white top, and the cock is Isabel, I think, something like that. But this is the new pair. I've got the nesting pan shut off so they can just see it, but they can't get into it. I've ripped the old nest out, and hopefully they breed. Fingers crossed. The green finches. The hen is just in there. Don't know if you can see her head, but she's sitting tight on one egg, so hopefully that hatches and we get some babies from them. And these are the red poles. Unfortunately, the eggs had come flying out of here and she was sitting real tight. But she ain't showing no signs of nesting anytime soon. But fingers crossed, she goes back down and we get some baby red poles. Well, everybody, I hope that you've enjoyed the video. I will put some more videos up on the updates on the birds, and I hope you've all enjoyed. The winner for the book is UK Field Sports, so if you email me on davnp101@gmail.com, if you email me your address, I'll send the book out to you, or message me on Facebook, Davin Price. You can get the book from there. But I hope everybody's enjoyed. I hope everybody's having a good breeding season, and I hope that everybody is enjoying the better weather that we've been getting. And I hope these are all good in the health-wise. But yeah, that's it. That's it from me, really. That's it from the birds. Any tips, always welcome. As my first season, I'm always grateful of any tips in the comments. So please leave some tips. That's really it. So thank you very, very much. Please like and subscribe. And hopefully next time I come on, I'll have some bullfinch chicks. Maybe some more canary chicks, I hope. hopefully just loads of chicks, loads and loads of chicks that we're going to be looking at. So thank you very, very much. And that's it from me.